starting in 2 minutes. Welcome, everyone. Those who have joined us now, welcome, and feel free, as I've already written the chat box, feel free to introduce yourselves, tell us your name and where you're coming from. And I believe we are all English teachers, but maybe we have other professionals joining us here, so feel free to let us know as well. Ms. Sahar is already here. Ms. Jane, you can take the floor.
All right. Allow me to welcome all of us. Allow me to welcome Ms. Sahar Ali Afifi from Egypt.
Welcome, Ms. Jane.
Ms. Ali Afifi is an experienced translator, educator, and researcher, specializing in English language teaching and translation, with a master's degree in TEFL and the professional diploma in translation from the AWSIG in Egypt. She has translated several published novels and books with expertise in legal, medical, and financial translation. She has presented internationally on the use of AI and corpus tools in learning language, including a conference in Dubai this year, and with Analta Women SIG this year as well. Now her upcoming talks include Webster's University in Taxkent this year and next year conference in Kuwait. Her research focuses on enhancing translation skills and grammatical accuracy through corpus-based instruction, reflecting her passion for bridging cultures through language and advancing translation pedagogy. Ms. Sahar Ali Afifi, you are most welcome. Our today's presentation with the title AI and Sketch Engine for Language Learning, a brief history on what we expect today. The session will show us how ChatGPT enhances access to Sketch Engine by simplifying complex corpus queries. We will equally learn how to use AI to extract real language data. It will also help us to support writing and vocabulary learning. It will help us to increase our learner independence as well. A practical demonstration and ready-to-use examples will be shared with us for immediate classroom application. May I kindly encourage and invite all of us to give Ms. Sahar a round of applause using the emoji we have on our platforms. Let's keep it coming, please. Let's welcome Ms. Sahar.
Thanks a lot.
Ms. Sahar, please, the floor is yours. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Jane. I really welcome all of you. This is the second time to meet with you. I previously introduced in the previous webinar, conference, and I introduced generally the corpus-based tools. Today, I'm going to focus on one of the most important tools that is called Sketch Engine and how to connect it with AI tools such as ChatGPT to get the most benefit of both of them. Okay? So, inshallah, we are going to start explaining this theoretically, then apply how to use this practically using this tool, which is Sketch Engine, and also connecting it with AI tools such as ChatGPT. Our goals will be first to simplify the use of corpus tools. Corpus tools somewhat some teachers or students find it difficult because it needs some technical abilities. But in fact, in this session, we are going to simplify it and introduce it in a very simple way, especially that the tool we are going to use is simple and it's free also. So it will help us a lot to create a huge number of vocabulary, grammar, idioms, and everything that is authentic, then connect it with AI. Okay. So the first goal is to simplify the use of corpus tools, which is or will be Sketch Engine. Number two, the practical task. I'm going to share to tell you how to use these tools practically and apply them. Then I'm going to share some resources that will help us to get or to use these resources in AI. So to be sure later on that the result I get from the AI tool, such as ChatGPT, will be perfect and authentic. Why the corpus tools important? Corpus tools, as we said, it's a platform that is free on website that we can use. In the previous conference, I introduced the use of PNC, which is British National Corpus, and how to use it or connect it with ChatGPT or any AI tool. Today, we are going to use another one, which is more organized, more simplified than British National Corpus. It's very important because it provides us with authentic material, authentic sources, because all the idioms, vocabulary, and so on are driven from authentic resources, such as the use of, for example, books, magazines, any even speeches. Okay. Sketch Engine, this is one of the tools that we are going to use. Sketch Engine, I'll show you later on. This is the icon of the Sketch Engine. Okay. It provides us with authentic corpora or authentic material because it contains many corpus or corpora inside it. So we can make a change between the corpus tools that are there, such as PNC, such as EN, such as, for example, even Arabic, French, any other languages can be seen there or found there. It provides concordances, and I'll show you what we mean by concordance. Collocations, different words, and what comes after or before certain word, prepositions, nouns, and so on, how to use it. Word sketch, which explain the word from every, everything related to this word can be found in when we search for the word sketch. Okay, this is the interface of the Sketch Engine. Here we search for concordance, for example, and it will bring us with this form. This will be clear when we apply it practically, but I'm just introducing this theoretically, then it will be applied soon. So when we search for a word like concordance, I can use or find these results that show us that this one is the most or the commonly used expression, for example, related to this word and so on. Okay. The technical root blocks for teachers. How can a teacher benefit from this? The teacher can write, for example, search for a certain word. After making his search, he will get a lot of results, as I'll show you after some time. Then can download the files or the results he get in his computer. So now he will get a lot of files containing what he searched for. For example, collocations, idioms, prepositions, and so on. Collect all these in his computer from, note that all these types of words, expressions, so on, are authentically driven from authentic resources, so they are completely correct, nothing wrong at all. Sometimes when we use ChatGPT, it doesn't give us any details about the word, just to give us the expression or the word without explaining the situation, when to use it, how many times it is used, is it commonly used or not, and so on. So how can I know all this information in order to be perfect in my work or in when introducing the expressions to the students? Okay. It will also help us to increase the vocabulary and expressions of the students. The most important thing is, sometimes we face some problems in using Sketch Engine or Corpus tools because it needs time for training. It needs students themselves lack autonomy. They do not wanted to to do their best in order to learn. They need easy information from ChatGPT. Quickly he get the information without searching for it too much time. So to overcome this, it's better to help or to provide teachers with training, and it will also help students in order to understand it, especially if anything related to translation. Students will be able to understand the use of some expressions in certain situations, in certain expressions. So this will help them be perfect in their work. Okay. So AI assist. AI assists for workflow. This is the way that we are going to use, and you can use it upward, whether to follow this system or to use it upside down. For example, a teacher can ask a question in plain English. For example, search for a word like contract. For example, contract. Get the query from ChatGPT. You can do that and ask the ChatGPT to give the meaning or the what to ask about this using this word. Put it in Sketch Engine. Search for it in Sketch Engine. Then analyze the data that we will get. Okay. So the practical in using it inside the classroom, it will help to increase vocabulary enhancement for the students. This, if the teacher follow this way or using Sketch Engine connected with AI, this will help improve students' vocabulary, their academic writing, because they will find so many expressions driven from authentic resources. Their grammar will be improved, and also they will have the ability to read authentic material, which will increase their ability to understand resources better. For example, the teacher can give a students like this query. Let's apply this practically after opening Sketch Engine. I'll stop sharing this one, and then I'll share another, which will be Sketch Engine. This is Sketch Engine. How can I have an account in this Sketch Engine? First, you have to the main port or you have to write your email and then choose password. And after that, you will create your own account. We will send you an email. Follow the link in the email, and they will get into the this sheet. This is the interface of Sketch Engine. This is the dashboard or interface. Okay. So how can I use it? and apply all the theoretical steps that I mentioned before. First, you have to open this one, okay? This is the first part. Choose the language you are seeking for. You can choose English, Arabic, Chinese, French, any language you want to choose, you can find. So let's choose English, okay? This is number one, okay? Number two, you have to choose the corpus. The corpus I'm going to use. For example, here from this part, you have many corpus or corpora here. You have Arabic. If you wanted to use Arabic language, you can find Arabic here, Chinese, Dutch, English web, French, Hindi, Italian, Japanese. So you can choose the corpus that you are going to use here as you like. So many here. Those that are hidden, if you pay for it, it will be clear for you. But it is not clear because it's a free trial. So here, these are all the corpora that you can choose from. In the previous conference, I introduced the use of PNC, this one. So this sketch engine is linked with PNC. So instead of going to the PNC platform itself, you can use it inside the sketch engine. Okay? So now I open British National Corpus or PNC. So the first step is to create account. Step number 2, to choose the corpora you are going to use, or the corpus you are going to use, because there are so many corpora and you can choose whatever you like. Okay? Now we choose British National Corpus or PNC. What about these icons? Each one has its own function. Here, for example, you can choose from here or there. You can go here. Also, all of them are mentioned here. For example, here we select a corpus. Number 3, word sketch. When you press here, you can write the word you are searching for. For example, here, conduct. Okay? I just write conduct and go. You will show the result here. So many expressions, prepositions, verbs, nouns, objects, everything related to the word, you can find it. Also, here, when you press here, it will enlarge with you, like this. And so you can find all the expressions that related to the word. What comes it? What verbs we use with it? What objects? Okay, nouns, modifiers, prepositions, and so on. All this can be seen on one press. You pressed only and you wrote only one word. So this page, I'm going to use it. I want it to be authentic and I use it instead of searching for a dictionary or a glossary. I can make or create my own. So now I can download it here and will give you different forms. I download it as PDF. Okay, like this. It will be downloaded and kept in my computer. Okay. When I say save, it will be saved there. This is the preview. Okay. All the page is content is found here. So you can keep it in your computer and save. Create a file called Sketch Engine, for example, the word Kanza, and keep it. Okay. So now I have this word. This is the first part, which is searching for word sketch. Word sketch means all things related to this word. Okay? Number 2, word sketch difference. So here, if you wanted to seek the difference between two words, and you don't know whether the first word to use this one or that one, So what can I do? For example, when we say, for example, research and survey, for example, is there a difference? It will show us. The result here showed us the difference between research and survey. How to use and to apply them here, this is found here. Anything related to this red color will be here. So in research, you can find a questionnaire, executive survey, census, and so on. Every research, you can research development, teaching research, and so on. So these are the differences between the words. So if I wanted to see or search for difference between two words or two expressions, I can choose number 2, which is word sketch difference. Also, I wanted to check the difference between, for example, say and tell. Students may find it difficult to differentiate between the two. So the teacher can ask them, go and search for the difference between say and tell, and they get me the result. So they will do that. This, and will get the result like that. So when they search it for themselves, their own, and they will never forget it. Okay, like that. Also, they can keep their search here, download, and show their teacher the next time, for example. Okay, so this will help students to depend on themselves and to increase their autonomy. Next, what about this one? If I wanted to search for the originality of a word, for example, contract. Okay, here it will provide me with the word that can be used with contract, agreement, scheme, arrangement, program, plan, and so on. So we'll introduce different, and this number means the frequency of the word. How many times it is used? Is it popular or commonly used or not? So easily the student can understand the word. For example, let's show you how. If I use a word like afraid of, for example, okay? Not this one. In concordance. So I'll show you how here. In concordance. For example, afraid. I wanted to know what comes after afraid. Here, everything is collected here. Afraid. What comes in the left context and the right context? Afraid from, afraid of, afraid to, afraid plus ing, and so on. Do we have afraid from, for example? Let's check. We will find that most of the prepositions that come with afraid are of or to, okay, of, to, so on. But if I wanted to seek or search for afraid from, for example, shall I find it? Okay, afraid from. So this means that nothing here to provide, because there is no afraid from. So next, what about concordance? Other concordances, for example, like contract. What comes with contract? Will fee. Sometimes it do like this because you write the word wrong like this, so cannot find it. Okay, when I corrected the word, it easily. So when you don't find a result, this doesn't mean that there is no result related to this word, but you can revise your spelling, for example, and so on. Maybe written like what I did like now. So here, contract, contracted, and so on. But if I wanted to read this word or to have details of this word, I can press here. I will show you the source of the word itself, where it comes from. Okay. Also, here you can find written box like periodicals. So this word, contract, this sentence, okay, comes from some written books like periodicals and so on, or reference books, okay? Written miscellaneous, different types of books. These are the originality of the word, okay? Also, you can find, you can increase, in fact, you can increase the result in one page instead of 20, for example, like this. You want to show more, you can, for example, increase it to be 50 in the page like this to enlarge it. Even you can enlarge it more, especially that if you wanted to download this page. So better to download it as enlarged. Yeah. For example, it will be better to have it 100 and download once. Okay. So now you can download it also and keep the word under the name, for example, of contract and so on. Okay. Also, I wanted to choose only some expressions from here. This is what I need. For example, I need number 1, number 6, number 10, for example. Okay. These are highlighted like this. So if I wanted to keep, I am going to download and they will only, those rows will be downloaded only, not all the ones. So I can choose some of the examples or all of them as I like. Okay. Next, what about using the or showing the difference? For example, words like this, like the previous or this, these icons are only for specialized ones who want to, for example, understand or use these words in their research and so on. For example, they can use the trend, for example, the publication here or publication for the word kaza. They need a word, for example, like agreement, and they need to understand when it was firstly used, how many times it is used, the trend, and it will show us how this word is used. They can follow this way, okay? Or they can also go here and write the word, for example, contact, go again, and from here, the icons here, they can also find the trend if they wanted to filter results, they wanted to screen details, if they want this part only, I can use it to focus this part, okay? Delete other parts or icons, I can use only or choose only one or two column and delete the others. Okay, it will help us to do that. But if I can't understand this page and I want to translate it, you can go here. If you press this one, translation will appear to you. Okay. If I press this prepositional phrase, I can get some sentences that will help to increase vocabulary, use them in sentences and so on. So everything can be used easily here. So as we said, we can do the download and also keep it PDF. Okay, this is about using this sketch engine. How can I connect it with AI? Okay, let's stop sharing this and move to another part, which is ChatGPT. So I'm going here to choose. Just wait a minute. Sorry, I have to open it first. This one, no, not this one. Okay, wait a minute. Will I open? Yes. Okay. Now, this is ChatGPT, and we know all how to create an account using it and so on. So now, I wanted to use exactly the files that I downloaded and I searched for. So the teacher can ask students, for example, to search for a certain word, for example, using certain topics, for example, conduct, for example, the word conduct, and how to download it. After seeking it or searching for it, they can download in their computer. Then the teacher can ask them to search for or to use that word specifically that word in their homework, for example. So that the students can go to the sketch engine, ChatGPT like this, and from here they can add their file. Okay, I downloaded the file here on the desktop, for example. Here, sketch engine contract. Okay, now the file that I downloaded from sketch engine that was driven from authentic material, authentic expressions are here. Okay, the file is here now, so I can use the words in this file in exercises, for example, that I give to the students and so on. For example, I can ask them how many times they have to search like this. How many times the word contract is used with nouns, for example. This is the file. So ChatGPT will give us the answer like here. It is used as a noun for 195 from the file that I gave or I downloaded. So this will help students do as many exercises as you can using the same file. So the students here downloaded their files, they searched it themselves. Teacher can ask them as many questions as he can, prepare them or ask them to answer the questions like this. This is for the teachers. So the teacher can do that, then provide the questions to the students and they will do it. They can, for example, the contract appears 195 times as a noun. Next, what prepositions can be used with contract? So students, this is another question. What prepositions are used with contract? Okay. Also, ChatGPT will help. So the result here appeared in ChatGPT. You see, the results appeared in ChatGPT are authentic, completely true, nothing wrong at all, can be used easily without making any mistakes, will help students to improve their writing, their vocabulary, their proposition, their reading, everything related to this part will help students a lot. At the same time, it isn't difficult at all. The teacher can easily, at the beginning of his first session with the students, can teach them how to use Sketch Engine, how to download files, but note that Sketch Engine is free trial for 30 days. So after 30 days, it will be closed and you have to change another email. But during these 30 days, you can ask students to prepare as many files as you can, download them all in their computer, then ask later on how to use these files again. Okay, I hope this this explanation is clear for you. Is it okay? Hi.
We're with you, Ms. Sahil, and I'm sure the participants are listening. And Miss Sarah had suggested we post our questions in the chat box.
Okay. So now, as for this ChatGPT and connecting with Sketch Engine, I think it's clear now. So we can move again to our slides. Okay. So after explaining this, following this workflow for using ChatGPT, we stopped at here this part where we can use the Word or ChatGPT and connect them with each other. So what about the students, the teacher, and the activities that the teacher can give to the students? This is what we said before. I can ask the students to search for certain words, collect their own, for example, interested, integrated, innovation, systematic, and so any word that I want to ask the students to search about, and they can download their own result. Then after that, the teacher can ask them to use these results in ChatGPT like this. In fact, I followed this way in teaching translation for my students at the college. And I found that this is the main result that I got from in my master's degree in TEFL. And I found that it improved a lot students' vocabulary, students' ability to use prepositions, because they suffer from having problem in using the correct preposition with certain expressions. So it improved their writing, their translation. Consequently, their translation improved a lot. So this will help in developing students a proficiency, language proficiency. As for my suggestion is that this allows teachers to have an 8-week, for example, training on using corpus tools such as Sketch Engine or PNC. Then after that, at the beginning of the class, the teacher can explain to the students how to use such corpus. It will take them about 2 sessions at most, and they will have the ability to use it very easily. It will help the students to save time and effort, because most of the work will be done by the student. Just to give them the students the timeline or to the way they have to follow, and they will follow that and get the result at the end of the. For the practical implementation steps, the teacher should first start with one task at a time. For example, one word. Then the next time, ask them to seek the difference between 2 words. The following one, ask them to seek the proficiency, the frequency of the words, how many times is it commonly used or not, and so on. This will help. This integration of the steps will help them understand the corpus tool itself, and to help in using it. This maybe some templates that can be used. For example, if I search for the word query, I can write it, the word commit. The result will show us commit a crime, commit to a goal, commit suicide, and so on. It will also, that's what we have seen in Sketch Engine. The result that we can get after searching for a word like commit in Sketch Engine, we'll get different forms like this. In ChatGPT, it won't give us all these, or just give us one sentence for each one, nothing related to this using the word in situation or expressions or different different fields for example, legal, medical, and so on. No, it will only provide us one or two expressions at most. Due to, for example, due to weather, and this will be followed by the preposition, how to use it, what comes after the word, what comes before, and so on. All these details can be found only in using the corpus, and not we cannot find it at all in AI using AI tools. Okay, so in conclusion, can say that combining AI and sketch engine is very important because it lowers barriers, provides authentic data, and help build learner autonomy, because the students will rely on themselves and they will do most of the work themselves. Students move from memorizing rules to discovering real usage patterns, empowering lifelong learning. So they will, instead of depending completely on the teacher that will give them the words, expressions, vocabulary, and so on, ready-made, no, they will do that themselves, and they will rely on their own knowledge. Okay, thank you for joining me. And if you need any questions, I'm ready for that. This QR code will help you to contact with me anytime, ready anytime for your questions, whether now or later on through email. And this is my account in LinkedIn, and you can scan this QR code to reach me anytime. Thank you, Anna.
Oh, wow. Now is the time we will do it another way. Let's keep the clap coming.
Okay.
Let's keep the clap, the hearts, the clap, the hearts, the clap, the hearts coming. Miss Sahir, well done.
Thanks a lot.
I'm still waiting. Let's have about 50 of these being shared. We need to fill Miss Sahir's heart with a lot of love. Yes. Okay. I can't see the heart. I can see the claps. I can't see the heart. Well done. Thank you, Team Anelta. Thank you so very much. Miss Ahir, we appreciate your inputs. We appreciate your skills, the knowledge you've shared with us this evening. It has been quite insightful, and I'm sure we've learned a lot. Allow me at this point to call on Miss Sarah to present some of the questions that were posted in the chat box. Miss Sarah, please.
Thank you, Miss Jane. Okay, I'll jump right in. It wasn't. So we have first questions from Harriet. Let me just go to the question. I think it's regarding whether it's free. Let me just see if I can see the question here. Oh, so Harriet asks if this tool is freely accessible. I mean, I think Ms. Sahar already mentioned. She said that it's available for a 30-day trial, right? Right, Ms.
Yes.
Sahar. So
Yes,
so after the 30-day trial, you will have to pay for it, right?
Yes, you can use it freely for 30 days. Then you can change your email and reuse it. But in fact, if you make any or search for any results, cannot be kept in. So the most appropriate way is to download what you search for in your computer. So whether the account finished or not, you will have your own data. You don't need any more to use it. I think 30 days is quite enough for your students. If you are, for example, you have a syllabus to cover and you need certain words and expressions related to that syllabus, you can ask your students from the beginning. You have, for example, 3 days or 4 days to search for the word so and so, or for the expression so and so, until you cover your own syllabus from the beginning of the term. For example, ask the students to search, to make their own search, download in their computer. Then later on, you can use no need for the account again. You will not need to refresh it or to pay for it no more. 30 days are quite enough.
Okay, that's okay. That's great. So it requires a thorough planning before starting to use the tool so that we can take advantage of the 30-day trial.
Yes.
And he still continues. I mean, this tool is it's really incredible, and but the major challenge is already what we mentioned here, that how the access. And he also mentions that phones are not allowed in schools for the students, and there's well, let me just read it right away. Computer is well stocked, but only 2 computers in the lab are connected to internet. And he wants to know if there is an offline version that he can take the students through and they can maximize the use during their holidays, because most of them have access to smartphones at home. It will probably be downloading the files, right? So it just requires the teacher to plan ahead, like for those, and take the advantage of the 30 days and just download it so that students can have the PDF version of the tool, right? Any comments on this, apart from just downloading? Maybe you would like to add something. He says that only 2 computers have access to internet. So it's something that should be done in class, right? Or the teacher assigns it for students to do it at home. What would you suggest in this situation here?
In fact, there is an app that the students can download and use their phones also. Whether if they don't have computer, they can use their phone. The best way, if you have laptops, computer labs, for example, in school, the teacher can ask students and ask them in 2 or 3 sessions to go to the computer lab at schools and then do all the jobs or the projects required in 2 or 3 sessions. Then download, then use it later on, whether at home or any other place. But there should be an internet connection, whether to use ChatGPT or Sketch Engine.
Exactly. Okay. Thank you for that. We have another question from TEFL. He wants to know if the search engine is designed specifically, if we have if it's designed especially for learners, teachers, or classroom use. What is it designed for specifically?
It can be used by anyone who wants to use the language, wants to be proficient in the language. Okay, so can be used by teachers, can be used to anyone who wants to increase his language proficiency. So it isn't specifically for teachers. No, you can, for example, if I wanted to know any expression in Arabic or in French, I can go to Sketch Engine and search for it, though I'm not a teacher of French. But it can help me by applying or providing me different places or expressions in which that increase my knowledge. So it's very useful for anyone who can use it.
Yeah, exactly. It's I mean, you even mentioned using other languages. I'm thinking of, as a student of another language, learning another language, it will also be helpful for me with my students and also for personal use in my learning.
That even during the COVID-19, there is there are some expressions or words that are used during that time. If you open Sketch Engine, you will find this glossary in Sketch Engine. So it's up to date, yeah. And so it covers everything. It's very useful in different parts. Also, the teacher can ask students, for example, if I have students studying engineering, for example, so I can help the students do this or seek expressions, words related to engineering, their specialty, using the sketch engine. If they are studying legal, science, for example, teachers of science who teach international schools can ask students to go to sketch engine, search expressions and idioms used scientifically, and they download in their computer and use it later on. So it will help students customize their own dictionary according to what they want to learn, according to their study and specialty.
Yeah, no, it's very useful. It's just a pity that it's available for a very short period of time for the free version. And well, Harriet wanted to know about the slides. Sure, we are going to share the slides in our WhatsApp groups, or for those who have registered, there's a WhatsApp contact there. You can also contact us in case you're not part of the ANELTA groups. You can also contact us so that we can share the slides with you. And Ms. Jane, you raised your hand. I think you have a question.
Yes,
Go ahead.
I did.
You can take the floor. The questions here are done. You can continue. Yeah.
Actually, no, it's not that I wanted to take my role. I just wanted to chip in with a question as well. I had a question for Mr. here to do with the safety of the account. I think I heard Mr. Hill said you can create an account for 30 days, after which you can just delete the account. So my question would be, in a school or class of, say, 24 or 25, the teacher introduced this platform to his students. They managed to open with their own personal emails, and after 30 days, they will have to close the account. How safe is the details of these students that have been used to create the first account? Is it safe for students' details? That would be my question, Mr. Hill.
No details at all, you know. And when you create your account, you have just to write your email, state whether you are a student or not, for example. There is the place. For example, Angola and my password, and no more details at all. Just email. So to feel safety, you can, for example, create a new email just for this.
Okay.
Use it once. خلاص. Delete it later on.
Okay, so it will be more advisable for teachers to advise their students to create a one-time email account, which they can use for this particular platform, yes?
Yes, better to do that. Don't use your personal email.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to clarify. Thank you, Ms. Sahir, for that feedback. I appreciate it.
Welcome.
Any other questions from our participants? We are 19, now we're 17 in the house. Anyone with a question or you need any clarification, please? It's better we milk Ms. Sahir out of her knowledge. Let's get a lot before we let her go.
Thanks a lot.
Questions, please. Ms. Sarah, could you kindly admit there's someone in the waiting room by the name Joshua? Thank you. Any questions? It appears there are no more questions to come through. Ms. Sarah, do you have any announcements for us?
Yeah, sure, I do. But first of all, I would like to thank Ms. Sahar for another webinar, for another moment of sharing with us her expertise again. Still on the tech world with the AI sketch. I mean, it's all sort of new to us, especially for us here in our context. The AI world is still new. We are still exploring ways of using it. So it's really interesting. I'm always interested in learning things related to AI because I'm still a bit confused whether to use it or not with my students, but I know that they're going to use it. So as teachers, we should be aware of that. Students, they are using it. Even I have a son who's already in seventh grade, and he already knows about that. And I know other teenagers who have their phones and they're on WhatsApp and all that. So they'll be using it, whether we like it or not, they'll be using it. And we should, it's up to us as teachers to know how we are going to evaluate our students and how we are going to involve them, like how to teach them how to use AI ethically. So it's really interesting. Thank you so much, Ms. Sahar, once again. We hope to see you for another event next year. I mean, this is our second last webinar for the year. We will be closing this series in December, but we'll still continue next year. So we hope to see you.
Okay.
We hope to have you next year again in our conference as well, which will be around the end.
My pleasure to join you again.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And thank you to all our participants who have joined us today. The number is really significant. I know we've here, I know how things are in Angola. We had one of our leaders, one of the admins of Anelta Women SIG who couldn't join. So I know internet issues and with the crisis, everything is complicated. So having this number here is really significant for us. Thank you so much for joining us. I know we have our colleagues from Uganda. I think I saw Mali here, if I'm not mistaken, from other parts of Africa, because it was also shared in Africa ELTA group. So we have different participants. It's also shared on Facebook. Thank you so much for being here. It's a wonderful community that we have here. We'll continue with our webinars. We have our last webinar for this year, which will be happening in December, on the 6th of December, with Marjorie Rosenberg from the United States. She's a former TEFL president, and she's a materials writer, teacher trainer, so another expert there in ELT. It will be amazing having her. So please just stay tuned with our social medias, those who are on our WhatsApp groups, Africa ELTA, Anelta, the main group, and Anelta Women SIG will be sharing all the information and the registration link. For those who have registered, there was an information there. I see Harriet asking there about the certificates. I don't know if you have registered. We clarified that the certificates will be freely given to those who have the ANELTA membership. Otherwise, you can contact us through the registration link. For those who haven't registered, I will put here the WhatsApp group, the WhatsApp number, sorry, so that you can contact us and know about the certificates. So we are going to issue certificates. There's just some requirements that are needed. From me and my team, that's it. Have a great night. Today is it's Sunday, and it's a busy day. And tomorrow, today's Saturday, not Sunday. Sunday is tomorrow. I'm advancing. It's Saturday, and I hope you're having a lovely weekend. And for us in Angola, we are going to have a long weekend. Oh, and I love it when it's long weekend. So more time to relax at home. Thank you so much, everyone. Our meeting has ended. Thank you so much, Ms. Sahar. Feel free to leave. I will just drop here the WhatsApp group to be.
So I was saying we like more hearts.
Exactly, more hearts.
Is.
Thank you. So for those who would like to stay for some networking, feel free to stay. Those who would like to stay, those who would like to leave can leave.